We just jogged him a mile with the pony. Same thing we did the day before the Derby. Did a good strong gallop yesterday, and we just wanted to go easy today, and worked out really well. He was well behaved, nice and quiet, jogged around there enthusiastically, and that's it. He'll just walk tomorrow morning, and all the preparation's done. A little bit of both, you know. I mean, in some ways it seems strange that it's upon us already, but there's been times during the week where it seemed like it was taking longer than you'd want, especially with a horse. It seems like he's ready to roll.
Todd, I know you didn't have this horse last summer, but in general, when you have a promising 2-year-old running at Saratoga, how difficult and what challenges do you face translating that form into the Derby season?
Well, we picked him up the beginning of September, and just felt like he wasn't moving as well as he was capable of, so we sent him to Crouppy's farm for a little break. Came back to us in November, and I think that time off really did him a lot of good. So, you know, sometimes when you have talented 2-year-olds, you know, and you might give him a little break like we did with him, but you know, every case is a little bit different. Yeah, he was, because you know, I'd bid on him for some other clients as a yearling. Saw him run at Belmont and Saratoga, so I was kind of familiar with him from his yearling year.
Well, Todd, you had a certain, I guess you had a certain thing that you wanted out of your time here, I mean, now that you can look back over the 8 or 9 days, would you say it's gone exactly how you wanted?
Yeah, I'm pleased that we decided to come in early. You know, we got what we were looking for in terms of a quiet environment, at least, you know, for that initial first week. Got him settled in and acclimated, and you know, we got a quiet setting on the racetrack, those kind of things that we were looking for. So yeah, you know, I feel good about it. You know, we might have arrived here in the same condition had we stayed at Churchill, but I just felt like at that time it was the correct move, and nothing that I've seen here would indicate that it wasn't. I think it'd be a case by case. Made a bad decision at dinner last night. Yeah, I'm not proud, but it ended at 7. I don't know. It's a tough call, you know, and I just, like I said, I should have at least had an appetizer portion or something. But yeah, it's over at 7. I think he's pretty special. You know, we're gonna find out more, but so far, you know, when you look at what he's done this year to win his first couple races by open links and win the Florida Derby and the Kentucky Derby by the margins he did, it's pretty exceptional. Pretty rare that you see that.
And did you anticipate that he was that good in January when he got it?
We got a very favorable impression of him from the very beginning when we first started breezing him, and you know, like I said, we kind of started laying out plans to hopefully get there. But you know, you got to see him come along and continue to develop and continue to improve. But he impressed us every single time we did something with him this winter and spring, and you know, just kept stepping up, getting better and better, but was so consistent. All of his works were really strong, and just, yeah, we were pretty enthusiastic about him early on. I don't think so. I think it's similar. You know, I think there's Conquest Mo Money could show some speed. I think we'll show some speed. I think Classic Empire is probably going to want to be involved a little bit, but you know, I see those as the major 3, maybe Cloud Computing right in there. After that, if you look at the form on most of the horses, most of them are mid-pack to closer types.
With a week like this, do you take some time with the owners and other people to just sort of enjoy it, or is that for later? I mean, is that?
No, I mean, I think you enjoy it while you're here, and you know, it's rewarding to have a horse of his ability, and you know, I think you know, it's extra special to have the Kentucky Derby winner. You know, it's just it's a rare thing, and so you can enjoy that, but you also have task at hand, and so you know, we've tried to embrace it and enjoy it while staying focused on hopefully preparing him the best we can for the Preakness.
Do you have a lot of people that you need to sort of spend time with? I mean, I know when you talk to the owners, they always have. I talked to Anthony Manganaro yesterday. He was talking about having 80 people, you know, coming in. Like, do you have to worry about something like that at all, or is that?
No, I mean, it's actually been pretty good. I mean, you know, it's a fairly large ownership group, and they have a lot of family and friends, and you know, so we want everyone to enjoy the horse and sharing that. Fortunately, he's a very mild-mannered horse around the barn. He's not, you know, aggressive. He doesn't try to bite people when they come to take photos of him and stuff like that. So we try to accommodate all that as much as we can while not upsetting the horse. And luckily, he's been cool with all that. None of the stuff going on around the barn has seemed to faze him at all.
We've seen your staff working. We haven't seen them in this degree for so long, but other people have. But it's amazing clockwork that your team, everyone has their tasks, and every day everyone's right on their game.
Yeah, I mean, we got a tremendous staff, and these guys have been with us a long time, guys and girls, and yeah, we try to, you know, run a tight organization, and everything kind of goes on a schedule, and I think schedules are good for people and they're good for horses. Horses appreciate a routine, and I think people do as well, and so we try to keep that routine even though we have less horses here than we would at our main bases. I think it allows us to kind of stay in the flow and the rhythm of what we normally do.
And what's that tub that Always Dreaming steps into right before you head out to the track?
We generally ice most of our horses before they go to the track, so we just put a tub underneath it so that the ice, when it melts, doesn't saturate the stall.
Wayne's won 6 of these things. I saw about the rail talking this morning. Is he any tips or suggestions, even good-natured, of what to do?
He's been terrific about, you know, everything, and very supportive, and we haven't talked too much about, you know, the training aspect of it, and I think, you know, that like we talked about, it's a fairly simple equation back in 14 days. It's just trying to keep him happy during that period. Oh, I think it's going to play similarly to maybe Gulfstream on Florida Derby Day. It seems to be, you know, kind of tight and a fast surface. It doesn't appear as though we're going to get any rain of significance that'll impact Saturday's races anyway. So be different than the sloppy track he ran on at Churchill from that regard. As far as the fast track at Churchill, seemed to handle that fine too. It seems like he's handled every track we've had him on so far.